Hello, welcome to this edition of Nailed It. This is vlog number 1. And it is a beautiful day outside. I just got off of work and I'm taking a stroll. This is O'Neill Park, Southern California. And the reason for this vlog is I have a couple thoughts about something that just happened to me. I recently hit a large milestone for myself. It was a personal goal. I sold my first piece of furniture online through Etsy, and it was very exciting. I'll put pictures up here so you can see what it looks like. A couple pictures there. And I should note that this is not my design. It is from Anna White's website, so I'll put a link in the description. That site will also show you how to put this together, how to build. Now my version is a little bit different than the one she has. I chose to use redwood for the tops, which gives it that bright red color for all the surfaces. Very beautiful, very nice. This is my third time making this end table, and I'll put a couple pictures up so you can see some of the other versions of this end table here. My first one and second one, and then my third and fourth one for this last order. The first two were made for a couple friends. The very first one I kind of just glued it together. Didn't really sweat any of the details, just I wanted to try and put it together and make it look nice. Go away. Boy, it's nice. It is just beautiful today. So the really neat thing about this order that came through is that it wasn't from somebody I knew. It wasn't from a friend. It wasn't from a friend who knew a friend. It wasn't from a family member. This was something I posted on Etsy, and somebody all the way across the country, I'm in California, they're in Massachusetts, saw it. They fell in love with it when they saw it. They messaged me and asked me if I could do certain specifications for it. And I put it together for them. And I felt very excited and really happy when it came through. And I, of course, enjoyed building it and putting it together. But I noticed something. As I got towards the end of putting everything together and you know, making the finishing touches, and I got closer to that shipping day, I realized that I got really self-conscious, very self-conscious about all of the little flaws that I saw. I think that's when I realized that I'm not alone in thinking like that. Job interviews, first dates, exploring a new discipline or a hobby, they all fill you with that excitement and initial joy, and eventually you get to a part where you might feel self-conscious. When you go out on that first date or you go to that job interview, you wonder if your hair's right or if your clothes fit right, and you start to think that all the decisions you made might have been the wrong ones. I found myself obsessing so much that I even said out loud, and I quote, "I don't even want to send these." Meaning I wanted to give up. I wanted to stop because of my own insecurity. I wanted to give up on my own project, on somebody who already purchased them from me. And I think I wanted to stop because I became so obsessed with all of the little flaws that I saw. I thought my buyer would see those also, and he wouldn't be satisfied. He would take what I made and see something less valuable than perhaps it was to me. I took a step back and realized what was happening. Great people and people who do great things, they don't just give up, right? They don't stop. They don't take their project and scrap it because they don't feel good about it. They learn from their mistakes. They take it, they make it better the next time. I think that they learn to get better with each endeavor. I don't know if you can see that the way that I'm seeing it. That is just beautiful. I don't know if you could see that, but there's a little baby squirrel right there. Hi, Mr. Squirrel. Don't run away. So So I think what was happening is that the flaws I was seeing was really my own insecurities, right? That somebody would buy this from me and scrutinize it the way that I was scrutinizing it and tell me that this thing that I made that I think is beautiful is actually really terrible. And I didn't want that. So at that same time, I did realize that, hey, well, what I did make is beautiful. And I stopped focusing on those flaws. I started focusing on its beauty, on the thing that I had made and how nice it was. And that I took something that was before just kind of stock lumber or whatever it might have been, scrap wood and different things, and turned it into something that someone's going to use in their house. Who knows? Maybe this guy's got a kid and, he's going to be there with his kid, nursing his kid and putting the bottle on one of my end tables or something. Or maybe it'll be on the side of a couch and it'll hold a beer on Sunday, or who knows. But there was value there. Value that he saw, value that I didn't see because I only focused on its flaws. I think I need to accept my own flaws and understand that I'm never going to make something that's perfect. That's unreasonable. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to make something that's flawless, right? And there's a saying, and I think it's Full Metal Alchemist. I'm pretty sure it's Full Metal Alchemist. Nothing's perfect. The world isn't perfect, but it's there for us, and it's trying the best it can. And that's what makes it damn beautiful. So here's what I've learned. I'm never going to make something that's perfect. I'm never going to make something that's flawless, but I'm going to do the best I can. I'm going to try the best I can, and each time I make something, I'm going to learn from the last time I made something. And maybe it's the same thing, and I can learn even more because I'm making the same thing over and over again. And I'm going to remember not to sweat the small stuff and focus more on the beauty of the thing that I made. And if you're making something that's beautiful, focus on that beauty. If you're making something that's loud, focus on its loudness. If you're making something that's artsy, focus on its art. If you're making something that's jumpy, focus on its jumpiness. Insert adjectives here. I think it's important to acknowledge flaws, but not to focus on them. I think it's more important to focus on the value that you've brought into the world. I think it's important to take a minute to enjoy what you've made, enjoy what you've designed or built or created, and maybe take a minute to enjoy the day. It's a really nice day. All kinds of birds and rabbits and stuff running around. Well, I think that's all I have today. I think it's important to go out and make things. It's important to go out and create. And I think it's important to take a minute and reflect on what you've done. Thanks for watching.